Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. That was my longer intro. I had a lot of things to do before I could get started, so thanks for bearing with me. We're gonna get into this Peetz stream. It's 3.5 hours, well over 3.5 hours. We're gonna do part one now and then part two later. Smash that like button. Timberly, hi there, Ashen. What's up, gal? Charlotte, what's going on? Jack T, Shiara, Lurking Kitty. We also got Lindsay. Welcome, Lindsay. Jackie H. And MJ, what's up? Queen, Mammy Longlegs, welcome. Marie, and everybody else just coming in. Thanks for joining me. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. At least consider it. We're going to get into Peetz right now. We're going to do half, and we're going to do the rest later. So if I don't see you later, well, maybe watch the replay. But thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Peetz Part 1 and 2. Right. So, yeah, Peetz wasn't on for a few days. I have no idea why, but I'm sure he's going to tell us because somebody's going to ask, right?
Hey there, Whiny. You are a whiner. Hey, Gomez. Hey, Atman. Hey, Amy. Hey, Tam.
Hey, Pause and Pose. Welcome.
Am I? Recovered. I am recovered. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Pale Future. Hey, Hot Sauce. Hey, Jesse. GB.
I wonder what happened to
Doodies?
him.
Doodles. Hey, Alien. On your lunch break? Nice. Hey, Mama Four Boys. Hey, Hannibal. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Vance. Hey, Nessa. Hey, other guy. Sandy's. I've got a cat on my lap and a cat at my side.
You got
both cats
kitties
here looking for attention.
What's up,
hey,
Tuesday? What's up?
Okay, there goes the one I don't like. So now I can focus on the good one. Hey, Steph.
Really? He's at that again? He looks healthier?
He's on the floor. He's sort of awkward to show.
Wait a second.
Hey, Leo Queen.
He has a light on in Chantel's room. Is that Chantel's room? I think it is, right? Yeah. Right across from the hall.
11 cats until we have 12 cats. Ooh, that's too many cats, Dolly.
You just made 4 loaves of bread?
You never want to be that outnumbered by the cats.
Hey, good on you. Pause and Pose.
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Mary, what's up? He was
second to last unicorn.
Mary says he was probably drained because of so much Twitter raging, right?
Ashley, Kelly.
I'm so used to Peetz coming on about this time rather than finishing before because, typically like 6:37, 7:38 is when he comes on.
Atman
and starts his stream.
I haven't really decided on either of those yet. I might go live for a couple hours now and then a couple hours tonight for gaming. Because it is Saturday. Saturdays they usually do gaming streams, so I might do that.
If you want
a couple hours now, a couple hours in the evening for maybe get back to that hour life.
Yeah, is that truly gaming? I don't think so.
Gaming just trying, but I like doing gamings. Hey, so well, it's just because I was off for I skipped the past couple days salad. Hey, Melanie. Yeah, Scan like it's because I didn't stream the last couple days. Like I was just I've been streaming every day for most of these
for a while.
For this entire month. And like most of this most of the past month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've been streaming almost every day, and then I missed the past 2 days. Barbara,
Yep.
yes, I did do some groceries. So, hey, Red. So here's what happened. Wednesday, I got no sleep at all. Could not sleep for
Oh,
the life of me. Just
okay.
absolutely nothing. Um, so, hey, Peter. Death by Snoo Snoo. Oh,
Oh
if only.
no.
If only. So yeah.
Okay, if anybody doesn't catch on to that, it's called Death by Snoo Snoo. Let me type that out. Death by Snoo Snoo. It's an actual thing. How can I describe it? Death by Snoo Snoo would be it's when you have relations with tall slash muscular women is what death by Snoo Snoo means. So you have relations with them to the point where you die in your carnal pleasures by tall, muscular women. So, what did Pete say when somebody said death by Snoo Snoo? Let me hear this again.
Peter. Death by Snoo Snoo. Oh, if only. If
While
only.
being pegged. Cypher is like, I welcome that type of death while being pegged.
So yeah.
Yes.
Could not sleep. Because my sleeping patterns have been fucked up for the past few weeks. Like I've let my sleeping patterns get deeply and totally fucked. So sleeping in way too like going to bed way too late and then sleeping in way too late and just spiraling,
Yeah, probably did,
just
Marie.
getting on top, just getting worse and worse. So did not sleep at all Wednesday night. Thursday morning around 11 o'clock, 11 in the morning Thursday, I went to a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a lot of stuff. I just wanted to get a couple things.
Oh, nice.
Spiraled ham? No, I tried it once and it did nothing for me. Second last unicorn.
Nice.
Apparently, by about a third of my apparently Death by Snoo Stew is how a third of my audience wants me to go.
I mean, sure, why not? You know the closest thing to a Snoo Snoo would be Dee Dee. Wab Ultra says a messed up sleep schedule is nothing new for him. Exactly.
So yeah, 11 o'clock or so, I walked down to the grocery store. I only had a couple things to pick up. It wasn't worth delivery fees. I had so few things to pick up that it wasn't worth delivery fees.
I do
Angel.
have a baby face
So I
now.
just walked down to the grocery store.
Hi, Dan Woods. What's up? Welcome.
And while I was at it, I figured, you know what? I'll see if I can get my I'll see if I can get my COVID booster, because I need to get my COVID booster because I should have
Cool.
been getting it all along.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want it before I go down to see my mom. Cat food. I've still got cat food. I've still got cat food. They're fine. Don't worry about the cats. Anyway, so yeah. Wanted to get my COVID booster before I go down to visit my mom. Hey, cheeseburgers. So I got my booster.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Got back here like, I don't know, 12:30, quarter to 1.
Okay.
Fed the cats, came up, and what did I get at the store? Mostly some snacks, Barbara.
Can you imagine him walking to the grocery store? Something that would be a non-issue for a lot of people, but yet, hey, he makes it an issue. But at least he did it, and he didn't just order groceries.
Another bit of ground beef to last me the last couple days before payday. But mostly I got just junk food because I was out of junk food.
Yikes! What a diet indeed. If he would have a couple slices of DLF's homemade wheat pizza, he would sleep for 24 hours straight. Probably.
Um,
You wouldn't want to walk in the cold. Funny thing, it's actually been warmer today and yesterday because of the snowfall that we had. So if you was gonna choose any day, yesterday and today would have been the days to go to the grocery store. In all honesty,
yeah, so I came back and it was
it,
like quarter to 1, around quarter to 1.
it might have been a little
I
bit
went down for a
spotchy.
nap and slept for 14 hours.
Yikes!
Yeah.
What a
Quarter to four,
schedule.
quarter to 4 in the morning when I actually woke up. From quarter to 1 in the afternoon to quarter to 4 in the morning. So that was Thursday, entirely missed. And I was still pretty fucked up the next day, obviously, just sort of like dozing off and on for all of yesterday. So yeah, yesterday I was still just like, yesterday I was like, no, I'm not. I don't feel like going live today. So yeah, yesterday I was still just like, fuck it.
Right, Web Ultra, but it seems that's what Peetz likes to do. He likes to sleep for very long. Yeah, and of course that'll mess up his sleep, yeah.
Weekend. I'm taking a weekend. Anyway, people wanted to see Sam, so here's Sam.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. As you can see, we got some snow.
Uh-huh.
We got lots and lots of snow, as you can see.
I can see that.
That over there, by the way, is the garbage shed.
Yes, this is the garbage shed right there. Sam. Look at him showing off what's
So that's where I take my garbage.
Yeah.
For the record.
So literally he walks down the stairs, he walks out, he walks down more stairs, he turns right, and right there is where you put your garbage. Good stuff.
Just, I don't know why I should bother showing you that. I guess just because like the first time in like ever that I've been live when you could see outside. Hey Nisi, hey West Coast. Nothing happened. I got my COVID booster and it knocked me out for 2 days. West Coast.
It is like, pretty close.
Hey, doing the math.
It's not that far away. You don't see the Kia. The Kia is actually assigned a specific parking spot, so it was just left out of the bounds of the camera.
Like all that happened is I got my COVID booster and it knocked me out for 2 days, so I wasn't streaming.
Well, at least he's competent enough to get the booster, make sure that his mom's safe. So that's something.
Tiny bit of snow.
And he went on his own to do it.
It's pretty. Glad it's gone. Yeah, I don't like snow.
And here we go with the temptation.
Just for anyone who's got cats, just anyone who's got pets, I'm just summoning your pets for you. I'm summoning everyone's pets.
Or how about you feed the cats proper food? How about
that? Was more than I intended to put down. Well, you better eat them all, Casey. I know you will, because you're a little piggy. You're such a goddamn pig, Casey.
If he could get a job that easily. Right.
There's a picture of you, big boy. Hey, Ashley. Or hey, Limbo. Sorry. Hey, Limbo. Hey, Brutus. No, it's a joke, Brutus. Because I was off for the past couple days. I skipped the past couple days.
Right.
I know, Red.
Exactly, Mary. This is what I'm saying. This is why those cans are lasting so long, because he's doing this.
No.
This is exactly what he's doing.
That garbage head is not that. It's close. You see, it's close enough. It's only far. Hey, triggers. I do not believe in alien abductions. It's only far when I've got heavy shit. Get air whip the broken down box from your window. Oh, Nisi, did you mean to say that it's not that far?
His snack drawer is looking empty.
Sorry, Nisi, did you mean to say that the shed is not close, or that it's not far? Because you said not far, or not close. Hey, hubris. Yeah, it's really not far. It's only far when I've got heavy shit. Hey, Rebecca.
Because the distance changes depending on how much load he has, right?
Nah, the Kia.
So far away. So far.
All right. Okay.
How will he ever survive?
Shows the snow. All right. I'm actually going to show the snow on the. See if I can get it.
Which one is it? It's probably this one or
Yeah.
that one. Wait,
See
it's
that
this one
car that
right
you can't
here.
actually see right there?
OMG. All Pete's has to do is clean that up. Look at that. Wow, look at that. And who the hell, why didn't she straighten her wheels? I hate when people don't straighten their wheels when they park. It's a pet peeve of mine. But look at all that snow. Holy crap. Not cleaned off, nothing. Just there.
That that's us. Just a little bit of snow.
For sure, Marie.
Yep. Yeah.
Hi,
Like
Candy.
that. Oh, I'm going to care. I mean, why bother cleaning it off? It's not getting used. Was that for someone looking outside? Well, no. I mean, like I sit at the window. I've got the window right beside me, so I look out. I see outside.
You like that he didn't do
Possibly.
it? Really? I think, boo, he should have done it.
Hey, Bo. Watching Prometheus. Hey, Peach Gobbler. Seemed surprised that it snowed. Well, no, it's December. Of course, it's snowing. I didn't expect that much snow on top of the car. Like I didn't expect the car to. I didn't expect the car to be that that covered. Cat food? Yes,
This
I
is
still
so
have cat
sad.
food, Red. Of course, I still have cat food. I got like 4.5 cans, which will last me until probably like the 22nd.
Okay. 4.5 cans left.
22nd, 23rd. What's for dinner?
All right.
Leftover
Cool.
spaghetti. I made myself some spaghetti last night, so I'll just have that again tonight.
Mary says it's his passive aggressiveness or his blatant laziness. Because I'd be cleaning the car off.
Bury my coffee beans and magnet with the Kia.
I don't even know.
Star Trek. Your free Paramount month is about to expire. Nice. I like Star Trek, Seal. What Star Trek are you watching, Seal? Why didn't I stream Spaghetti Cook? Because I was tired, Rebecca. I was not in a mood to do streaming.
Did he wash the glass? Probably not.
The neighbor's loving parking next to that. Will be a mountain of ice after 2 more snows. Actually, that's not too bad. And that's not a bad point, Nisi.
But Monty, you don't have a Chantal in your life. Good.
That's pretty fair.
Belizean Mimi says, I agree, Monty. I have 2 rules: straight wheels and park brakes. Exactly.
I probably should. Why aren't I cleaning? Because it's not. I haven't been. I'm not cleaning it off because it's not being used. But I've been watching a Star Trek knockoff called Star Heck. Voyage Home.
What?
Voyage Home is a good one. Voyage Home is one of the better Star Trek movies.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, the 4 good Star Trek movies are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Those are the good Star Trek movies.
Oh, here we go.
Wrath of Khan, Voyage Home, Undiscovered Country, and First Contact.
Okay.
Hey, Gilly Witchy.
Well, I agree with Wrath
second,
of
4,
Khan.
6, and 8 Star Trek movies are the
Voyage
good ones.
Home, yes. And, of course, First Contact. I love First
The rest are primarily garbage.
Thank you, Shara.
Clean off her home car.
I appreciate that.
Like, the first one has that really... It's my favorite movie. Spirited Away is my favorite movie.
Please stop.
Star Trek 1, the motion picture. Star Trek, the motion picture.
Stop asking him what his favorite movie is. We know this already.
Has that gorgeous scene of, like, going around the Enterprise. Like that, when Kirk returns to the Enterprise and even number... Exactly. And only up until First Contact. What was the 10th one? Nemesis?
Peetz would be should be a critic, really?
Nemesis is
I
the
guess
10th
so.
one, right? That one's bad. Not a Chris Pine. Chris Pine? I mean, he was okay. I mean, they weren't good Star Trek movies. The J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies were not good Star Trek movies. Frankly, they were not particularly good movies.
Right, Sasha?
Ready Player One? Yeah. Ready Player One, aka Nostalgia, the book.
Peetz is trapped
I have
forever.
no interest in Ready Player One.
He is.
Yeah, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies.
Critic of what? These nuts? No.
Not particularly good movies.
He could be a pony critic. Like he could be like a brony critic. Pony brony critic.
Absolutely fucking abysmal Star Trek movies. Hey, Comic Brook. Hey, Brooke. Live early in the day. Yeah, I'm up early. I'm up a lot earlier than usual. Hey, Mel B.
Maybe that's what we need, some instability. Some, not instability, some instability, Gal Charlotte. That's what we need. Some instability in the brony prony pony brony world. A pony brony pony critic.
A lot of sleep over the past couple days, so.
Marie, you've never seen any Star Trek or
Hey,
Star
Julie.
Wars?
Yeah,
What?
so Star Trek motion picture. Setting up PS5 I got myself for Christmas. Ooh, nice comic book. Shall the Snow? No, I haven't. Yeah, Star Trek motion picture. Mostly not particularly good, but the scene where the shuttle approaches the Enterprise and it just sort of pans around it and all these tracking shots of it. That's a great scene. Hey, Sapphire.
All right. You know what scene is super awesome? The undocking scene of the Enterprise. That was sick. I was like, "Oh, FG!" It undocked. Remember they were in a firefight, or should I say a photon fight would be more appropriate as a proton fight. But they had that fight scene, and then you know how the saucer part docks from the other part that has like the satellite and everything else. That was really cool. I'll always remember that scene.
Hey, damn. I saw my invent just any vitamin C. I have no idea.
You've only seen one Star
And
Wars?
there were a couple of other pretty decent moments
OMG.
in
Okay.
Star Trek motion picture. Wrath of Khan is a great movie. Search for Spock, pretty weak overall. Have I been sick? COVID booster. Director's cut is the best intro footage of Enterprise. Yeah. So Star Trek 3, Search for Spock, honestly, not really a whole lot to recommend it. It's just not a particularly strong movie in any sense.
Right.
Voyage Home, great fun. So much fun. Like, it's just an absolute blast. Star Trek 5, I don't even remember the subtitle. I do like the focus on the friendship. Like, it does really good job showing the friendship between Kirk, Spock, and McCoy.
You've never seen any of these trilogies either, says Shara. Okay.
Oh, hey, Barney.
I guess so.
So it's like, okay. Oh, bye, Nisi. So that bit's like actually like genuinely good about it. And also Kirk refusing to give up his pain, arguing that his pain is a part of him and makes him complete. That was a strong scene. Walk in the snow? Oh, hell no, Rebecca. I will not walk in the snow if I can avoid it. Thoughts on Odo? Odo's good. Odo was always good. Love it, Odo. Also, Star Trek 5 does have one of the best lines.
Gal Charlotte says he's getting emotional.
What does God need with a starship? Great line. It's just like it's.
Is that, I don't know, is that like, did Q say that? Let me check. I'm going to see if Q said that.
A good line. So Star Trek 5 has some good things about it, but it's not really a good movie. It's got good elements that just not a strong enough story. Undiscovered Country, great. Generations, not good. Not a good movie.
Okay, it was Captain Kirk was the bad.
Lots of weird tonal issues. Weak plot and weak villain. And use of Kirk wasn't particularly strong.
You know what?
It just was.
I'm sorry. We've heard this before.
It just wasn't a good movie.
We need to go
First
forward.
reboot.
No. Stop it.
Somebody who fucking loves Star Trek.
Wait a second. What about Star Trek?
Walk away from it. Just decline to do it.
He's getting heated. You don't be dissing Star Trek.
It is infuriating to me that J.J. Abrams, a dude who did not like Star Trek, decided to reboot the Star Trek franchise. Hey, Aunt Janet. Hey, Habibi. Who do it if they walked away? Anybody. Somebody who fucking cares about the franchise. Somebody who fucking loves Star Trek.
So what's wrong with J.J. Abrams rebooting
Sorry, Jenna.
Star Trek? He worked on Star Wars as well.
So yeah, fuck J.J. Abrams for directing Star Trek when he admitted that he didn't actually like it.
The passion.
But anyway, even at the time that he directed the Star Trek movies,
trigger level 6 out of 10.
People were saying that all he was doing was auditioning to direct Star Wars. And then he got a chance to direct Star Wars, and what does he do? Nothing interesting. Absolutely fucking nothing. The least bit interesting. Should make as a Family Guy tried. Yeah. He apparently that what was it? Whatever that show was called. Yeah, people seem to like it. What's the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars? Everything. So Star Trek is a very cerebral. Well, Star Trek is about discovery, exploration in multiple senses of that word, both exploration of what's possible and exploration of the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
Like Star Trek is really about learning.
Okay.
It is about discovery.
Okay.
Star Wars is basically George Lucas ripping off Akira Kurosawa in space. That's like Star Wars is fantasy. Like Star Wars is just a fantasy movie. That trans discovery? Sure.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Star Trek. Absolutely. There are a lot of trans people who love Star Trek. Star Trek has more moral conundrums. Yeah.
He took it seriously?
Because Star Wars tends to be just it's fantasy. Like it's very simplistic. It's very rebels are the heroes, the Empire are the villains. Star Trek does try to get into moral questions. Is it Star Wars with crack?
Wait a minute. Doesn't Star Wars also gets into moral questions?
Yes.
You know the most moral of them all?
And it's not that either one is superior to the other. They're both doing different things. Star Trek is about discovery. Star Wars is about escapism, I would say.
Okay. I mean, he's not all wrong.
Cheeseburgers? I hope so. I hope I will actually get off my bullshit and do that. Which one has Moby Dick? Star Trek. That's Star Trek. Specifically, Wrath of Khan and First Contact both have Moby Dick references.
You prefer Star Trek then? I guess so.
From hell's heart I stab at thee. Virgin Star Trek and Chad Star Wars. Do I miss Woody? Of course I miss her. Star Wars was always the more socially acceptable, I feel like. Star Wars was the one that was like, massively popular film franchise.
What
Star
about
Trek.
Dune?
I feel like Star Wars is the one that
Dune is literally like in between because you have like the psychic powers type of stuff. Like Dune has like the spaceships and the starships, just like Star Trek, but then it has the force like powers like Star Wars. So it's really halfway.
traditionally it's
It even has like big wormy underground creatures that will chew you up just like in Star Wars.
been
Hey pretty eyes.
cooler, you know? Reflector Casey. Not right now, apparently. She was here at the start of the stream, Rebecca. People saw her at the start of the stream.
Which one do I prefer? I don't prefer either one. Star Wars or Star Trek is fine by me. I'll watch any of those.
Yeah, I do feel like Star Wars is probably the one that's generally considered cooler than Star Trek. Because hey Frida, I'm okay. Because like I said, Star Trek does tend to be
Hey
more
Debar.
talky. Star Trek is a very talky show.
Star Trek, yeah.
Star Wars is action. Star Trek is, yeah,
There's a lot of
they talk
talk
about the problems a lot.
in
Daughter caught the
Star
Star Wars
Wars.
bug when she was 7. She's a massive fan. Yeah, I grew up on Star Trek, on Star Wars. I grew up in both. Trekkies versus mainstream. Wish man babies would quit shitting up the toy and movie section with their Star Wars toys. That said, I will say that Star Trek is, also always been popular. Never met anyone who watches Star Trek. You probably have, Rebecca. You probably met
Here we
tons of
go.
people who watch Star Trek. It's just
Yeah, they don't say
it
anything.
just never came up in conversations.
Mm-hmm. Ass
The
blasters,
Star Trek is a massively popular franchise. You
graboids.
know that, right, Rebecca?
He has to be eating all day long. He probably does. Well, actually, no. He says that he eats one meal a day, but he doesn't factor in his snacks. So he probably does eat all day, just that he doesn't factor snacking as eating.
If they did watch Star Trek, I'd block them.
Yeah, I know, I
I took
know,
mine
I
out.
know graboids and ass blasters and the cycle of a graboid. Like they turn from the worms to like those running creatures, then from the running creatures, then they get the wings, and then those ass blasters that have the wings, they lay the worm eggs, right? Then the cycle begins. Let me look that up again, see if I'm right. Graboids cycle. I did watch the latest Graboid movie recently.
I've never cared about Pokemon myself. Fair enough, Rebecca. Fair enough.
You like tribbles?
Any sparkling water?
Yeah,
Please?
so it's dirt
Sorry.
dragons. Okay, so from eggs, no, it goes from like ass blasters that lay the eggs. I was right. Then the eggs do the dirt dragons, then the dirt dragons do the graboids. The graboids can turn into shriekers, and the shriekers can either um go to ass blasters or back to shriekers, it seems.
Trek sucks. Star Trek's great.
Interesting. Yeah, Star
Getting
Trek
my
is
roommate a
great.
Christmas gift? Of course not.
What is an ass blaster? It's a creature that I think they produce gas from their ass, and then you they light it up, and that's how they propel themselves in the air, or propel themselves to get in the air. Then they start flying. You'd have to watch the movies to get that,
She's
but
not
that's
going to be here
from
for Christmas, so why the hell should I get her a gift? Fuck her. Star Trek rocks. It does. Figured you out your way to Cornwall yet? I'm almost certainly going to have to Uber. Like, it's almost certainly going to be an Uber.
Uber. Yes,
It's
Peetz.
the only. It's the only option. The other option, it's like $250 and like a 4-hour trip. What will the Uber ride be? Like
Are you
$80,
serious?
$100. Go fund.
$250 for a 4 hour trip? Oh hell no! Might as well just Uber it. That's all you got to do.
I don't need a GoFundMe for my Uber, Rebecca. and get to book that in advance. I will. I will. Once I get paid, I'll book it. I'm probably going to go probably going to be the 28th. It'll probably be the 28th that I go down. And then the 29th when I come back.
Okay. Hopefully the girls will be
Yeah,
okay.
it's like
he's got to lay out food.
No.
I'm kind of worried because Peetz isn't the best with cleaning, trays and other things.
Again, that I'll do after I get paid. Maybe even after Christmas. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's there used to be a daily bus between Cornwall and Ottawa. Twice a day.
Yeah.
Went up in the morning, went back in the evening. Can your family come get me? No one in my family drives. Back in the day, there used to, a few years ago.
Yeah, there used to be a bus, but there isn't anymore. You know why?
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, a few years ago, it used to be that every day there'd be a bus from Cornwall to Ottawa in the morning, from Ottawa to Cornwall in the evening. Because there were a fair number of people who would live in Cornwall because of lower, cheaper rents, and then commute to Ottawa.
Yep. That used to be it. He's right.
Service was discontinued.
A lot of people used to do that. Used to live in Cornwall, which was a smaller city than Ottawa, then commute in. But now there's better bedroom cities closer to Ottawa, like Manotick, and think it's Kemptville is another one. Castleman is one as well. You could even stay in Hawkesbury. So yeah, Alexandria is another place that is pretty built up. Avonmore, Apple Hill, Moose Creek, Chesterville. There's lots of places now that a lot of people they live in, and then they travel into Ottawa. Even Perth, Carlton Place, Smiths Falls, people do that as well.
Because the NDP voted to cut funding. Yeah, shitty. Oh, hey, Kenya.
I wonder what kind of bus he was talking about in the past, because I'm not familiar. But if I'm thinking, I think it would have been the Greyhound that might have been doing that. But Greyhound actually pulled its services all over northern, central, eastern, and western Ontario because one, COVID, two, competition, and a lot of people were not taking the bus as much as they were before.
There's only
but mostly because of
twice a day bus from LA to Topanga.
The pandemic.
But yeah, that used to be a thing, and it's just not a thing anymore. And it used to be something where there was a train. Yeah.
Natter's next court date is January the 18th. Let me verify if that is a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday, so it's January 18th.
You used to be able to take the train from Ottawa to Cornwall and back. You used to be able to take, you'd have the bus, you'd have the train. So there were, you had options for getting back and forth between Cornwall and Ottawa. Now, if you want, there is no bus from Ottawa to Cornwall or Cornwall to Ottawa. There is no bus service between Ottawa and Cornwall.
Yeah, it's done and over with. Even though there should be
train service, you're going to either Kingston or Montreal. Either way, it's a 4-hour trip. Hey, Simone.
I wonder if we're going to talk about this several more times again. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow and the next day and the day after. We keep talking about it. Take the train. Probably Peetz's.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Peetz's anxiety is probably on a 10 right now, even thinking about taking the train into Montreal, a big city that he's not familiar with. It can be tough, even for a lot of other people's mindsets.
There used to be, Rebecca. It used to be possible to take the train from. Pretty sure it used to be possible to take the train. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you used to be able to take the train from Ottawa to Cornwall. The director trick. Yeah, I think that there used to be like it was I think there used to be it wasn't a 4 hour trip. Just need to go through Kingston. Well, yeah, Rebecca. Like there used to be a shorter version of it. I don't remember the details because it's been a while since I did it.
Potato says it's really painful to watch him try to solve a problem. It's not even a problem anymore. I'm like, you gotta travel from Ottawa to Cornwall. Either Uber it or go to Montreal, and then from Montreal to Cornwall, they drop you off at the gas station. Then you gotta like take a taxi or Uber into the heart of the city. I hate that they do that with Cornwall because the bus always stops at a very like awkward point. I think yeah, it stops at like the 401 and the 138. I think is where yeah, that's where they stop. The 401 and the 138, you get off. They drop you off at Irvin Oil slash Irvin 24, and then I think a bus picks you up there, and then you can get into Cornwall, or you gotta like Uber it. Some people walk, but man, it's not like central to anything, but still.
Last time I did it would have been like 2013. So yeah, last time I did that trip would have been like 2013. So it's been a while. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember I do remember back then. I'm pretty sure
Peetz
there was
gets
an occasion where I did take a
Peetz is doing all the Home Alones in one. First, it's Home Alone, as in he's home alone. Then Peetz is doing Home Alone 2, Lost in Cornwall instead of Lost in New York.
take the train
Or would it be
to
no? It would
get
be Lost in Montreal or Lost in Kingston instead of Lost in New York.
from Ottawa to Cornwall. And it wasn't 4 hours. It didn't go through Kingston or Montreal. Um, it wasn't direct, but it wasn't as bizarrely indirect as it is now. How far is the distance? It's not very far. It's an hour. It's an hour by car.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an hour's drive. No, I do not have a driver's license. Hey, Kira.
Question asked every single time
So yeah,
Peetz
the
is
distance.
live.
It's not a big distance. Will I chat with my Uber driver? Not if I can avoid it.
No,
Not if I can avoid it. No
Peetz.
disrespect to him. I don't want to talk to people. Leave me alone. Hey, Donnie. Leave me alone. Anyone? Nope. Yeah, 100 kilometers. Yeah, exactly. 100 kilometers. 64 miles.
Yeah, do rideshare Uber
Uber
exactly.
doesn't exist in Cornwall. I think I can still.
He can get a taxi. If there's not Uber or Lyft, he can get a taxi.
There's a point.
Oh boy.
We'll be able to get back. Yeah. All right.
I wonder what he's searching for to see if there's Lyft or Uber.
Yeah, that's something I'll need to look into then, Rebecca. That's a good point.
Yeah, so he doesn't freak out.
Yeah.
All right, so I just Googled it. TripAdvisor says there's no Uber in Cornwall. There's no Uber service in Cornwall. Another site says the same thing, and that site is historiccornwall. Wait a second. You can just get a taxi. It's not that hard, Pete.
There's cat food! Fuck's sakes! Shut up about the fucking cat food.
Oh, is this where he gets pissed
Christ.
off?
The cats are fine. There is cat food available. Fuck off with that shit.
Oh yes, this is Peetz is like Mob Psycho. He's now like 10 out of 10 in terms of ragey anger because
Oh,
right now
shit.
he's not sure about something, and this uncertainty is causing him anxiety and stress, and he's gonna start to flip out on you. So here we go. Trigger level Anonymous is like 8 out of 10. I think it's 10 out of 10 right now. Or is it gonna get worse later? Is it like country or over there or
They're
something?
not concerned. They're just. It's just a tired fucking meme at this point.
It's just that Cornwall. Let me check the population of Cornwall, Ontario. But you got to factor in other things. Like it's not like a huge city, and you already have taxi services you got to compete with. So is there enough people that you can competitively compete with resident taxi services in Cornwall, Ontario? Probably not. As of 2016, there's 46,589 people living in Cornwall. So that should have increased because Cornwall is now a city where a lot of people are leaving Montreal and Ottawa to live because it's getting bigger. So I would say maybe 50,000 about now or even more.
Can't the Uber get you to a place where you can take. I mean, fucking how? How? There is no bus.
So
Man, I'm
mostly
gonna have to.
sponges.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get Cornwall back. I might not be able to do it.
Are you serious? Pete's pre-order a taxi. That's all he has to do. Pre-order a taxi where the taxi takes you from where you live into Cornwall.
No bus in Cornwall. Nothing from Ottawa. Nothing to Cornwall. Nothing from Cornwall to Ottawa.
It's not that
Hire
hard.
a taxi. $250. Hey, J. Dot. Kira, I have been sleeping. I got my COVID booster on Thursday, and I've been sleeping since then. Just to have. I might have to, Ken. I might not be able to go visit my family, my mom. I
All
might
right,
not be able to
let
because
me
there's
check.
just no fucking way. There's just
Ah!
no goddamn path. I don't fucking get it.
Let's get pissed off.
Bus? There's no bus. There is no bus. Like there's literally no bus from Cornwall, from Ottawa to Cornwall and Cornwall to Ottawa. There's no bus service at all between those two cities. Train, $250 for a fucking 4-hour trip. How far is the walk?
Is he?
Like at this point, it's the easiest way. 250. Yeah.
That's quite expensive though.
It is bullshit.
Well, there's
There is
always Auntie Rasta.
4 hours on a train for a 1 hour trip. I take 10 hours to see my mom. I know that one. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
For sure, Mary. Exactly.
So it's long enough because it's like, but
Sasha is like, if you ditch your mom on Christmas, Thursday Lane will give you coal.
by the time I get there, I'm going to be so like I'm not like the bus leaves early in the morning, or like the train leaves early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to get there in time for fucking supper, I'm gonna have to take the train that's like 9 a.m., 8:30 in the morning, which means getting up at how much would an Uber be? I can Uber down. I can't Uber back, Leo. Cornwall doesn't have Uber. So I can.
Cypher says at stories from the internet it's only 250 because he waited too long. If he planned months ago, it would cost him $200 total. 100 there, 100 back or less if the escapes were $50. Yeah. He didn't plan. That's it.
Can Uber down, but I can't Uber back.
Is
Uber down, but I can't Uber back.
is Foodie allowed to talk to him? Yeah.
Do a rideshare in Kijiji?
Yeah,
Is that the day before?
Kijiji. There you go.
I don't want to leave the cats for 3 days. Is the issue? Like, I don't want to leave the cats for multiple days because I've no one to take care of them. I've got no one to keep them fed. They need food. There's taxis, yes, but I don't want to pay $250
For sure,
for a
Sasha.
taxi. No one in my family drives. Cats are solitary animal. Well, yeah,
For sure, Mary. Yeah,
they'd be
Victoria.
fine as far as being alone, but they need to be fed. You know, I can't just leave them. I can't just leave. You know, I can't just leave like 6 o'clock in the evening on one day and just leave them no food for like they get no food the entire next day.
I'm sure there's somebody out there, somebody in Cornwall. There's many Beezers that still live in Cornwall. Whoever has a car, why don't you hook Peetz up? Somebody do it.
Ride the cats there.
Yeah, it's like what? You're not gonna leave food out, Peetz? They're cats. They can survive.
Text understand. It's just it's just fucking Christ. Why is it like I don't understand? I genuinely don't understand the reasoning for why it's impossible to actually travel between Cornwall and Ottawa and Cornwall now. Like, I don't understand why it has become impossible. Because most people drive. But not everybody does.
Welcome, everybody. If you're just coming in, smash that like button. We got Pete's rather upset that he has to wake up early if he's going to take the train.
I don't have a license. I did when I was a teenager, but I let it expire. Taxi to the next city. I mean, there's no real city. There's no cities that are really close by to Cornwall. Like, the nearest city to Cornwall is fucking Ottawa.
Or Montreal.
Grinch stole my Christmas. I meant utter emotional dismantle.
You see?
Ottawa is the nearest city to Cornwall.
This is what happens when you don't make friends with your neighbors and they can't maybe ask a neighbor to check in. See, this is what happens.
But then enough Captain Water.
Auntie can help him if push comes to shove. Exactly.
Yeah, it used to be Greyhound between them, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Greyhound, but like I said, Greyhound has pulled a lot of his services, especially in Northern Ontario and areas like where he lives in. They've pulled their service. It was a thing back around pandemic times because they just weren't, they were doing the routes, but not a lot of people were on these routes. So they were like, yeah, we're just going to pull our service. Other bus lines have taken over some of it, but Greyhound was so, uh, what's the right word for it? Where Greyhound was the service, the go-to service. But now it seems the go-to service, at least in my neck of the woods, and Ontario seems to be like Megabus.
Meeting in the middle at a restaurant, I'm sure that doesn't really work. Did my family come to you? I mean, it would be the same. It would be the exact same problem, Idaho. How are they going to get here?
Yeah, if he had friends, one could drive him for gas money. There you go. If he had friends, see, this is one of the
Rest of the
problems.
travel either. I mean, I'm not going to take the cats. I'm not going to put the cats in a cage for an hour to another city and then another hour to back a day later. I'm not going to do that. Got a car without a license. What are they going to do? Give me a massive fine? Throw me in prison?
Such a problem, Pete's. Right? All you hear him saying is, I'm not going to solve my problems. He does have options, though. There's ride shares. I've looked it up before, and there are people that go from Ottawa to Cornwall. He just has to get a ride share.
Shut the fuck up doing the math. Fuck off.
Yeah, he is making hella
Someone young with a dread
excuses.
got died. Oh, was she? Was she, Ethan?
What a problem. This problem that isn't a problem is a problem for Pete's. A huge problem. People were telling him to get a ride share in his chat. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I did not hear about that, Ethan. Wow. That's a shame for her.
He's just a massive lazy bum with excuses. He is.
She is pretty up. She is pretty old at this point. Like, she is up there in age. She's had a good life. But yeah. Pretty soon she'll be unable to move, Kara.
Who's he even talking about?
Like, I don't know about singing, but moving tends to be pretty important. Hey, Polly. Hey, Sandra. Still as young kids?
We have old people all around, and that will always drive you for pay. You just have to find them.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. Peace wants Monty to drive him in the Tesla. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if what would be the worst for Pete's? Like you pick him up in a Tesla, Pete's would freak the hell out. And also tell him you work for Neuralink while you're at it, driving him, and you gotta do something. What do you have to do? Oh, you gotta go to like HMV or something to pick up the latest Kanye album, Dunda or something like that. He freaked the hell out. Pete would be like, I am in a freaking Tesla with a guy that works at Neuralink and he wants the latest Kanye CD. He would freak.
Driving while it's freezing out is shitty too, though. Yeah.
Right, Cypher? I couldn't think of anything else, okay? I said HMV and I'm like, Jesus, probably HMV's done. All right, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, and he's wearing Yeezys. Yeah, the boost.
What's my
He's
plan?
wearing Yeezys.
I have no plan.
Right? It's Ye, not Kanye, sure.
Laura, I would rather not. Um, Do I agree that ME3 is better than 2? I prefer Mass Effect 3 over Mass Effect 2. I feel like Mass Effect 3 frankly handled the characters better than 2 did.
Right,
Mass
Cypher?
Effect 3 actually
Exactly.
made it feel like Mass Effect 3 had a story, unlike Mass Effect 2, and it felt like you had assembled a team, unlike Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2, it felt like it was just a bunch of completely unrelated side quests with people who had no interest in ever talking to anyone other than Shepard.
Peace needs some kind of slides they could suit
Hey,
his
Hermit.
lifestyle. Really? Can you imagine Pete's in? No. What kind of slides would Pete's be in? Let me think about this one.
Vegan pill. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do about a vegan. I'm gonna need to look into other options. I'm gonna need to see what the fuck I can do. Now that it's been pointed out that the Uber option is just not going to work. At this point, honestly, I think that I'm very well may just be completely fucked. Like that, I just have absolutely no fucking options at all. So that's just fucking wonderful. Trivia? Not today, Paulie.
Is he sure about that? Wouldn't like taxis will do that
Your
trip
check
though.
dinner.
And is he sure about Uber?
Fuck you, Steph.
All right. I will say this. I've taken Uber a few times and I've taken Lyft a few times. But how does it work with Uber? Let's say you're in a city where Uber operates, but you are going to a city where Uber doesn't operate. Will Uber still take you there? Or is it like a no because Uber doesn't operate in your destination, but it operates where you're starting your trip? Because Uber does operate. Because if I Google this and I Google Uber, it still gives me a fair range of how much it will cost. So is Uber out or is Uber in? Because I'm not really sure about the specific situation. So is that how it works? Can he? It's a no. So Uber will only drive you where they operate. If if you're going from point A to point B, they must operate at point A and point B. They can't just operate in Ottawa, but they don't operate in Cornwall, but they'll still bring you there. Oh, that happened to you, Gal Charlotte? You Ubered somewhere and got stuck?
Why would Uber not work? Because I wouldn't be able to get back to Ottawa. Cornwall doesn't have Uber, which means once I'm in Cornwall, how the fuck do I get back? 250 for a fucking 4-hour drive, 4-hour train ride. Comfort. I did. Their taxis. $250 fucking dollars doing the math. It's a fucking $250 taxi
Yikes.
ride. It's fucking ridiculous to get.
Bro, calm down.
Like that's way more than I prefer to spend. And it's more than my mom would prefer that I spend. Like my mom doesn't want me spending $250 fucking dollars on a taxi either. Shut the
Holy
fuck
crap.
up.
Hey, Fatima.
Yes, 251 way.
What's up?
Even my fucking mom would balk at me spending that much money on a fucking taxi. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's why you make
No, they don't have buses. If there were buses, it would be simple, Charles. Hop on the bus, go down. Hop on the bus, come back. No, they don't have fucking buses. That's the problem, is that there's no fucking bus. That's why it's a goddamn pain in the ass.
Right, Jack T?
It's because there's no fucking bus.
True, Sasha. It could be.
Learn.
Not to be
Yeah,
movie.
I am getting a big YouTube paycheck this month.
He is. So there you go, Peetz. Use it.
But even so, $250 is a lot to spend one way. It's a lot of money to spend going just one direction.
He pays no other transportation costs all year, so there shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Earlier you could walk it. Just about the only option that'd be fucking available.
Right, you love Lucy. Remember the days of Dee Dee paying $200 to go to Natter, and that was exactly a year ago as well. Spending that 200 buckles.
No one can get me? No. Spent $250 on One Direction tickets once. Well, that's different. Shut the fuck up doing the math. Fuck off. Yeah, fine. I'm fine. No, fine. I'm absolutely fucking pathetic doing the math. Most pathetic fucking person on the face of the planet. Whatever. Feel free to not
Yikes.
fucking watch me then.
Yikes.
Bitchwad.
Whoa. Peetz. Calm down. Smash that like button, people. Come on. We're going through the speed stream.
Well, yeah, I do, but I don't have a license in a tizzy. I'm not going to drive without a license.
Does he even know how to drive properly? I wonder if he does.
Nobody's going to pull you over. It's Christmas. Christmas is exactly the reason to pull someone over, frankly.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's like big time. Like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, 27, 28, 29, 30th, 31st, the 1st. All those times they're pulling people over. He could rent a scooter. He could rent one of those like e-bikes. Does he have good coping skills? He does not. Did he wash the glass? Probably not.
Get into a high-speed chase.
High speed chase in a Kia. Could you imagine? Last year, Chantal brought you CPAP Rescue. This year, Peetz brings you High Speed Chase straight to Cornwall. Then we have the Michael Bay music. Okay.
As Chantal's again, it's
How far does he have to
too
travel?
much money to spend.
Like if you was driving by car and you're taking the most direct route, it's like an hour 15, maybe an hour 20 minutes.
One way. Steph, yes, support. Yes, Steph. The cats are eating. The cats are fed twice a day. Plus treats.
Straight out of Cornwall. Yes.
Unless they live in Ottawa or somewhere. When the hell did Ottawa become somewhere isolated? Is the weird thing. 500. Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount to spend.
Oh yeah, rent a moped. Yeah, rent an electric one. If you rent an electric one, like electric bikes, electric mopeds, all electric vehicles except for cars, of course, and electric pickup trucks, because there are things such as electric pickup trucks these days. You don't need license, you don't need insurance or licensing for those. So I've seen lots of people, they get e-bikes, and as long as it's labeled like an e-bike, you can use it all over the cities, and they have good mile, I guess, for distance. He could stop halfway. He could stop in Castleman. Castleman has charging areas, so yeah, that would actually work. He stops in Castleman, He charges up again, and then he's on his way back to Cornwall.
Yeah, just to visit.
That sounds miserable in the snow. Just make it like a non-snow day. How about that? Am I too busy to take him? Is he gonna pay me two
I
hundred
always make
fifty
fun of Bert
dollars?
whenever asked what I would choose for a superpower. Just fly to Cornwall. Cornwall doesn't have an airport.
Technically, kind of does, but
Just has to come
it's
pick
out of
up
the
the best
way.
customer. Mo, I mean, that's very well what I may end up doing, Mo.
Yeah, the airport is in
Is I
Somerstown,
may just have to tell
right?
my mom, sorry,
You
I
can't do
can't
that.
visit until fucking Chantal gets back. Because there's just no actual method to get there and back.
Gal Charlotte says a lot of drunks and ex-cons get mopeds and e-bikes. Yeah, probably.
Like I can get there through Uber, but I couldn't get back. Like I wouldn't actually be able to get back. But Uber, I couldn't get back. Sunflower. There's no Uber in Cornwall.
Fatima says Monty, the man had a hard time cracking an egg. He won't be able to drive a moped.
I'd be like, I'd get there and then I'd have to spend $250 to get back. For like $250 on a fucking 4 goddamn hour train ride. Cornwall has no bus service.
I'm
It's
sure
got local
already.
buses. Like there's a city bus. It's just there's no bus service between Ottawa and Cornwall.
Are we
There
gonna?
are buses within each city has its own individual bus services, but there's no buses that go from one to the other.
He needs to ask a subscriber and pay them. Yeah. Well, what if they ask him hard questions like, "Hey, you gotta give me the tea on Foodie Beauty."
Can I walk somewhere? Cornwall isn't really near anywhere.
And you know what?
You get
Even in Ottawa, he's isolated because his neighborhood has everything, but it's out of the way when you compare it to the rest of Ottawa. So that's another thing. Kind of like how Barhaven is, and kind of like how Canada is. Canada is like, way out west, or Stittsville, Canada, Barhaven. They're kind of like away from like proper Ottawa.
that you get that Ottawa, like that Canada is like a huge territory, right? Lyft. I don't know if Cornwall has Lyft either.
Google it, Peetz, or email them. Email and say,
Exactly. That's the fucking point. Doing the fucking hell, doing the math. You're a fucking idiot. Like Jesus fucking Christ, doing the math. I have said that like 8 fucking times. I've said it 80 fucking times at this point. I don't want to drive 8. I don't want to have 8 fucking hours on a fucking bus just to go 100 fucking kilometers.
rawr.
Like, holy fucking shit, you dumbass. I know it's 4 hours. I have said it's 4 hours. That is the fucking problem. Is that it's 4 goddamn hours each fucking way.
That's not too bad. 4 hours to see your mom. Think about it that way.
It is a
The
stupidly
end
long
result.
time. I would be fucking exhausted. By the time I got there, I would be so fucking dead tired. I would be absolutely miserable company. I would be the shittiest, most miserable fucking company possible. I would just be wanting to fucking sleep for the next 3 goddamn days by the time I got there.
It's not that serious, Pete's.
Fucking hell.
It really
Like,
isn't.
why are people incapable of fucking listening to me? I don't fucking get like how people cannot fucking listen. Zadie Swinson, a contribution towards your Christmas. Thank you very much, Zadie Swinson. Like, there are some people who just refuse to fucking listen to a goddamn word that anybody says.
Yeah, Peetz would be one of them. Right looking kitty says, I'm sure you're shitty even with sleep.
It is when you have to get up at like 8 in the morning. It's like an 8, like you'd have to get up. I'd have to get up at like 8 in the morning.
Oh, so that's the problem? That's he's pissed off. He's got to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning?
In order to get there in time for anything to be fucking, in order to get there before dinner.
I'm so sorry to hear Billy's and Mimi.
The buses, like, because this train schedules, if there were a train that ran at like noon, hop on the train at noon, get there by 4, that'd be fine. But the trains are super early, and I am a night person.
Yeah.
I would get no goddamn sleep.
Too bad, Peetz.
Yeah. Some people getting up at 8. Well, good fucking for you. That's not me. I am not somebody who can get up at 8 in the morning.
He isn't, and that's why he's so pissed off.
And I don't fucking like.
I think it's the same Beefree. I think if there was one at noon, he'd probably complain, why isn't there one at 2 or 4? Something like that.
Like I am not.
Hey, Roris.
Thank you very much. Also, towards Christmas, just stay home. Travel is stressful, especially when it's cold and as fucking scheduling sucks, and 500 is ridiculous. Thank you very much, Kamyan. It's 8 a.m., I think. Shit, like, most of the time I'm going to bed at 6 a.m. Possible to pre-ring. Probably not Speckled Pup.
He needs to just
like most of the time, I'm going to bed at 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get no sleep.
You would get.
Obviously, you're tired at like 11. What I'm tired of at that point, Rebecca, like it's because I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of socializing. It's not like ready for bed tired. It is my introverted ass has talked enough already, has socialized enough already.
Can you imagine the smell in the car? I can.
That's the fatigue I get at that point. Yeah, like considering I go to bed at 6 in the morning, like getting up at 8, no, that's not it's not something that fucking works.
Fatima says that sleep schedule worsens depression. Mm-hmm.
Getting socialed out, exactly. Thanks, other guy. So I have to get up at 8 a.m. for work.
Yeah, he could sleep on the train.
Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Then I don't have to get up at 8 o'clock work. There have been times. Yes, there have been times where I've had to get up at 8 a.m. for work in the past, and I fucking hated it. I was miserable, like just absolutely fucking miserable whenever I had to do that, and exhausted because I'm the night owl. I don't sleep. I don't sleep easily at night. I'm wide awake at night. So getting up at 8 a.m., I was exhausted and miserable and useless for the entire day.
Wow, such a problem, Peetz. Right, Sasha? Peetz loves it that other people go to work, wake up in the morning, then give him money so that he doesn't have to. I mean, like, why is this such a problem? He only has to do it once. You just got to wake up early once. Don't go to sleep. Get on the train. Sleep on the train a bit. get to your destination, and then you can rest. It's not that big of a deal. People have to do it all the time. Hey Key, what's up? Welcome. How you doing?
And right now, I'm in a position, luckily, where I don't have to do that. So getting up at 8 a.m. now, I can't do that. It's something I am incapable of doing at the moment because of the fact, because of how I've been sleeping.
Facts, Sugar House facts.
Should be good for night shifts. Oh, yes.
Right? Peetz acts like it's rocket science. He
I
does.
try, Habibi. It's hard for me. It's really hard for me. Ring light or something? Yeah, I've got. I'm not on right now. The light right now, it's all natural light.
Single forever?
Not what I meant. Doing the math.
Any ladies want this single bachelor Peetz? And then I could do the music. What you could do for this honka burning love was maybe take him to his mom for Christmas. All you got to do is drive him. And then you can get yourself a piece of love, a piece of Peetz. Any single ladies out there in the Ottawa or Cornwall area?
Yeah, the cats have eaten. I fed them, I don't know, around noonish.
He's had a dry spell since 2013, though.
Yeah, I think around 12:30. I think around 12:30. I think that I fed the cats. So they were fed. They've been fed. That was that was wet food, and they've always got dry food. I always keep the dry food topped off. About reading it doesn't really make me sleepy. Sunflower. Like even reading at night doesn't make me tired. Should I borrow one of the ring lights? I do have one. I've got a ring light. I don't have it turned on right now, Kamyan. Most of the time I'm on at night.
Right, Fun Gigi?
Like most of the time I'm on at night, so I always have the ring light on.
Exactly. Surprising that I found Peetz was live at the time I found Peetz. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
In the math? Yeah, whatever. My daughter told me she couldn't come visit for Christmas because she didn't want to wake up at 8 a.m. Wake up at 8 a.m. to spend $250. Because it's also $250 each way. Come break. That's the other thing. It's 4 hours and $250. And again, I would be...
I'm sorry to hear, Marie. I'm sure you miss your mom.
Miserable company. Getting a... Like, I would get no sleep. So I would be absolutely miserable company. Nina, welcome. Insomnia's not true. Yeah. Mom just wants to see me. Even my mom. Like, my mom was looking into the options for traveling. And even she thought the $250 each way was ridiculous.
Right, Cypher? Literally, people do this every year for Christmas in the States. They fly from one state to another, spending thousands, and they don't bitch and moan. Exactly.
Because I talked to her just a couple of... Like, I talked to her yesterday. Like, I talked to my mom yesterday.
And some people got to work 8, 12, 16 hours a day, get on a flight, get no sleep. And they don't complain.
And, like, even she was, like, balking at that price.
But does his mom know that he has a lot more money than he typically gets? Maybe she doesn't.
There's no shuttle. There's no shuttle.
Or maybe she does.
There's like literally no, like there's... I can get to Cornwall through Uber. I couldn't...
Yeah, it does seem like he kind of cut his hair. Does it?
Get back. Exactly, Frida. It's 100 kilometers. It's it's nothing. It's an hour by car. It's not a huge distance.
So it says the privileged guy that always has his roommate to drive him to Cornwall for free all the time, except for now. Such first world problems we have because there is transportation. He just doesn't want to get up early in the morning.
I do want to be careful with money. Like I do want to be careful with the money right now because I am unemployed, because the only money I'm making, because the money I'm making is only from YouTube, which is really, really not guaranteed income. It is not a reliable income source. Yeah, I want to be super careful with my money right now.
All right, go Peetz.
No, nowhere near 5,000. No, 2,000. Got a $2,000 paycheck coming in, which is good. It's a big chunk of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like $2,000 is a big chunk of money for me.
Good for him.
If it was 5,000, if I was getting a $5,000 paycheck, oh shit, yeah, why not? 2,000 for me, yeah, it is an amazing amount for me. Bear in mind that's for an entire month. $2,000, like $2,000 a month.
Selfish.
Even
Peetz.
even if I end up making an average of $2,000, and I mean this month is going to be a lot higher than usual. This month will be much, much higher than I'm expecting my usual paychecks to be. But even if I make $2,000 a month consistently on YouTube, that's still poverty wages. Like literally, that's poverty wages. $24,000 a year. That's under the poverty line.
Is it? That's like $500 a week. Let me check.
Pretty sure that's under the poverty line.
I gotta make sure. Google it, Peetz. It's not. It's not under the poverty line because there's a lot of people that make $500 a week.
What is the What is the poverty line considered to be in Canada? Oh, come on, just give me the goddamn answer. Oh, actually, I was wrong.
Right, Cypher?
In Ontario, the poverty line is just shy of 20,000. So I would be just over the Ottawa poverty, the Ontario poverty line.
He's kind of an insufferable baby. He is.
$2,000 pound. 2,000 pounds, I think, is more than $2,000 though.
2,000 pounds would be practically
apparently in
$4,000.
Ontario, the provincial poverty line is $20,000 a year.
Exactly, Sasha. Can you imagine if he does make $24K a year? All he does is he wakes up, he gets online, he talks the same thing, he yells at people, then he gets off whenever he wants.
A lot of people live in half that amount. Yeah, because they have to, because they don't have much choice. But it's still, it's not something that is easy. No, I did not buy my mom's Christmas gift yet. Yeah, in Ontario, $20,000 is poverty line, so I'd be just barely above the provincial poverty line, and that's assuming I'm making $20,000 a month, which I'm not. I'm not going to make $2,000 a month
all the time.
Yeah, fucking whatever, innocent. Rebecca Jones. Yeah. I always get her Laura Secord. I always get her some chocolates from Laura Secord.
Aw, how sweet. Laura Secord, that's nice.
Just another subscriber. Yep.
He's ungrateful. Mm-hmm. Exactly, oranges for oranges. Can you imagine you get $2K a month doing absolutely nothing but screaming at people?
What's up with the title is because I missed the past 2 days. I didn't stream the past couple days. Rebecca? No, I'm not. I'm not comfortable streaming in public, Rebecca. Like, I'm just not comfortable with it. So I'm not going to be taking you to Laura Secord with me.
Cleon head.
What I'm gonna do, like, I'll take a bus down to the mall, pick up some chocolates, take a bus down to LCBO to pick up some
alcohol
some
for your brother. For your brother.
For my brother.
Of course.
So I'm just gonna, bus around to get the presents. Hey, Shirley. Thanks, Spooky. Thanks, Spooky Roseanne. Face is really red. Does ship or Amazon the present to them?
He gets Cleon head when he gets all mad.
No, the lighting is different. I'm not using my ring light right now. It's natural light. It's early enough that there is still some light out. So I didn't bother turning on my ring light. So snowy out. I think it might be snowing just a little bit. Like, I think it's just a little bit of snow right now. There's a lot of snow on the ground. The past couple days, it snowed pretty heavily. But right now, I think there might just be like very, very light snowfall. Or maybe even there might not be any snowfall right now, actually.
He might need to be in a group home because yeah.
Presto card? I do, Rebecca. I got that last time I was living in Ottawa when I moved back to Ottawa. Not when I was living in Ottawa before. Last time I lived in Ottawa, back when I was going to college, they were sort of just introduced. I think they still had like regular bus tickets that you could get when I was going to college here. It was I think not long after I moved away from Ottawa, moved back to Cornwall. They don't, Rebecca. It is just a card for OC Transpo.
Yep.
And yeah, once I get paid, I'll put some cash on it. Just a little bit of money on it.
Yep.
I don't need a lot of money on it. I don't really take the bus very much anyway. I very well may have a few bucks on it as it is. There's a point. Sure, there's a point. Do I still have that card? Would I have thrown that card out? Oh shit.
Hey there, Rob, what's up? Welcome. Hey, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, smash that like button, subscribe, and everything.
I'm just realizing that I don't think I do still have that card.
We are definitely going to have to do 2 parts of this because it was on for nearly 4 hours. Just over 2.5.
I think that I threw that card out. Well, shit. No, I'm going to need to go to a place to get that. I think that wallet is just about seemingly innocent. I don't carry money. Can't take the bus back. Well, I mean, I'll just need to go get a card. Like, I'm pretty sure I can get that like at a like, I'm pretty sure I can just get a card at like the Jean Coutu, or not Jean Coutu, but at the
what?
Shoppers. Like I'm
Okay.
pretty sure Shoppers Drug Mart has them. So I mean, it's not. Yeah,
If he tried, he could make more money. Yeah, he could make a lot more money on his YouTube if he tried, but he doesn't want to. Like we've said, like he could put in the work, do a live stream, do a video each day, keep putting out videos, and he would be making the money. He and Frodo should have an apartment. They could plan 24/7, 365. Yikes, that would be a shit show. DLF and Peetz, complete
it's
shit show.
really not any sort of big problem to get one.
It's sad he doesn't value
What's
pride.
the point of carrying cash unless you're? I mean, exactly.
Hmm.
Shit. Even some weed stores take debit. Even some weed stores here take debit.
Yeah, they'd be fighting the
Like
first
I'm
day.
pretty. They still take cash. My
Hundred
customer had the
percent.
other day in emergency. I used change. I mean, I don't have cash, Melanie. I haven't had cash. I haven't had cash in forever. I use debit for everything. Literally turn around in my own house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shoppers Drug Marts still carry bus cards. So
Yeah, they do. Who's DLF? DLF is Dragon Lord Frodo. It's a person who is known to Chantal and knows Chantal, except he lives in Buffalo, New York. With his hairline, he could pass as a Cleon.
I know, Keelan. Would I fight a spirit? So yeah, it's something where like yeah, pain in the ass because I'll need to go down there. But so it's it's an inconvenience, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not that tough to get the Chris to come by. Yeah, they still come by. Lambo was here earlier.
Oh, okay, that's what he meant. I was like, who's coming by? He would have to sit in DLF's basket. DLF has a big basket on his tricycle. He does.
Oh, hey, backrooms. And personal driver on Kijiji, $130 one way.
Yeah, he could do that. He could hire somebody to drive him there. A private driver of some sorts. He could definitely do that. But once again, he's not going to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shoppers Drug Mart is going to be my best bet for that. Assuming that there's one, assuming that the one near me does actually carry it.
Yep. Call DLF, see if Mama Scrunch will drive him. Mama Scrunch is hours away. And probably Mama Scrunch
I would
is,
assume it does.
has her plans already. Or maybe Mama Scrunch is already in Florida. Who knows?
I don't remember. Hey, Marion.
I'm sure Mama Scrunch is also
Address for that particular
man babied
Shoppers.
out. Yeah, most likely she is. So you're searching for the closest Shoppers Drug Mart. Why doesn't he doesn't know how to search properly? I don't get this.
Sorry, I'm just just wanting to make sure the one near me. How do I pay my therapist? Well, I mean that's like different doing the math.
I think Mama mad more than usual
That's
with
that's
like,
a different situation.
yeah, I think she chewed him he chewed her out for something lately. I just haven't been keeping up with him. It looks
Can I
like
see Gail? Yes, I can see. Sorry, hi Gail. Yeah, I can see you, Gail. Comic Call. I haven't picked up comics in forever, Polly. Hey, Wade Bowen. Yeah, I've just been recovering.
right cipher. Well, this is an example of not really caring about anything and having all the responsibilities of your home and your food placed on one person, even your health. So he should easily know where the closest shoppers are, and it seems there's like two of them that are pretty close to him. So I don't understand why he just doesn't have all this information on hand. Cause if I were him, I know exactly where all my stuff is, where to get the stuff, how far it is, what maybe bus I need to take, or how far I've got to walk. Like I don't understand how Peetz could live his life like this, where he just doesn't know where stuff is. It's like it's incredible to me how this is constantly happening. Yeah, for sure,
Thanks,
Anonymous.
Jenna. Insurance pays for therapy 100%. Government insurance. Yeah, government insurance tends to be really good.
There we go. What's that?
Peetz is losing his mind. If it takes transportation over the holidays for Peetz to get this pissed off, I wonder if a little bit of a stressor comes in his life, like figuring out where to live. What is he gonna do? I guess maybe still his uncle is the best bet, a safe bet, so he's not that worried. But still,
Okay. I'll need to double check later to make sure that I can get the thing, get the card there. Got to be okay for one night. For one night, yes, Sapphire. Like absolutely, cat would be okay for one night. The problem is if I want to be able. The problem, like, if I go. I'm leaving my cat for 2 nights. I hate it, but she's going to be okay. I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. What's for dinner? Leftover spaghetti.
okay, who here has cats, and how long have you left your cats? How long have you left your cats by themselves? Has it been like really long, like 2, 3, 4 days, or like maybe five
What was I just
days?
doing on my phone? I was checking to see if I could confirm if the Shoppers Drug Mart near me, if they do sell the bus cards. Super thankful for multiple cat sitter neighbors. Sell what? Bus cards. Presto cards. Cards for buses.
You always had somebody checking in. Okay, I had cats easily 4 days. Yeah,
Because I'll need to
most was a week. Mm-hmm.
like I will need to use the bus to get around Ottawa to get the Christmas presents, most likely. City bus pass. Yeah, exactly. Because the buses in Ottawa, you no longer buy tickets. They no longer sell like individual bus tickets. You have to use the card.
Right, Cypher. He's insufferable. Consequences of never being taught basic life
It's been
skills.
that way for a few years now.
Yup, like mopping a floor. One of the consequences is this,
That
for
right now,
sure.
yeah. Been that way for at least 4 years. Maybe longer. I'm not sure exactly when it changed. It changed sometime between 2013 and 2018. I don't actually know. Hi, Olivia. I don't actually know exactly when that changed. It was sometime between 2013 and 2008, or 2000 would have been sometime between 2014 and 2018. Because 2014 was when I graduated college. I was still taking the bus.
Exactly, Sasha.
Was I using? No, I wouldn't have been using the Presto back then. That I only got when I did move back up. Was I actually just using individual tickets? Weird. Got the shot? Yeah. Yeah, I got the booster. Have I ever been outside of Canada? Yeah. Scotland a couple times. Hey, Icky. So yeah, 2014
Yeah, something like that, Cypher.
tickets were still around, but they were really selling the Presto cards at that point. They were really pushing it at that point. What's the stream title? It's a reference to. I mean, it's a reference to a very famous Mark Twain quote. Okay, man. French Fest. I love French Fest.
I did hear that. He was like, I will just wait for Chantel. And I'm like, is she coming home sooner? Or is it he's just going to wait for Chantel, as in when she comes home at the end of January, that's when he's going to see his mom?
I think maybe just about every time I've been to Scotland. I mean, every time I've been to Scotland was in summer. So I think it was usually right around the time of Fringe. So like that's my that's sort of the impression I have of Edinburgh.
Yeah, he is probably praying for Chantel to come home.
Like during the whole summer, or even if it's not going on, they're preparing for it. Yeah. And I know there was one time where I was there for the military tattoo at the castle. Am I Scottish? Yes, Kitty Katie. My mom is Scottish. How is it misleading? How is it misleading? I'm not. Am I dead? Am I actually dead, Icky?
Those cats. Those cats are dying for Pete's free weekend.
Am I Bruce Willis and you're Haley Joel Osment? This pre-recorded. Do I ever see myself going back to Scotland? I do hope to, Gail. I do hope I get the chance to go back there. Misleading title.
Once again, everybody, smash that like button.
Someone thinks you're Jesus.
I'd appreciate it.
I know I look like Western Jesus. Let's go to Scotland. Let's go badly. It's a lovely country. Spoiler alert is on my watch list.
Can you imagine if this is a problem now with Chantel gone for however long? How is Pete's life going to turn out? Well, I guess if he moves back to Cornwall, everything's going to be good. Yeah, just move back to Cornwall. That's it.
Spoiler alerts don't count for a 20-year-old movie that's most famous for twist. Probably using the Ottawa paper bus pass. That's what I used to use, Melanie. I didn't even get the pass. I just used like the paper tickets back when I was living here in for college. That was 2000. That was 2004 or 2014 that I graduated. They were really pushing Presto when I left. I moved back here in 2018, I want to say.
Potato says, hope he can pay for his own food.
Or
We'll
was it
see.
2019? Was it 18 or 19 that I moved back here? I want to say 2018.
He's got to get a license. He has no interest in getting a license.
And at that point, they'd switched entirely to the Presto card. Shave my head? I'll pass. Have I showered? Yes, I did shower today, Red. How long was I in college? 2 years. It was a 2-year degree. No, I'm not shaving my head.
He should live with his
Hey,
mom.
Barry.
Negative, his brother.
Stop spamming. Kitty? No. There's no rumor about me dying. It's just because I missed the past couple days. I didn't stream the past couple days.
He needs man up
One of
and
my favorite
handle
chips.
his. Yeah.
Salt and vinegar Ruffles are my favorite chips. Looking for help? Help looking for a job? Nah.
Right.
No, I just need to do it. My favorite meal? I don't know. Barbecue steak dinner. Comic book? I mean, I don't know what drama there was. No, I mean Thursday, I was comatose. Like Thursday, I missed because I was comatose the whole day. Yesterday, I missed just because I really was not feeling up to it. I was just too tired still.
Marie says he needs that $250 for pizza and McDonald's. Yeah, that's a lot of pizza and McDonald's, $500 in total. But still, it's worth it because you never know with his mom. I mean, I would spend that money. And I would have made arrangements a lot earlier.
Do I enjoy haggis? No. When was the last time I had sex? December of 2013.
Yikes. He knows exactly when, doesn't he? December 2013.
So it is officially 9 years since I've had sex.
His eyes, the look of sadness.
I think one more year and I get a free sub. Hey, Loretta. Anyway, filling my water.
I can't imagine that, Candy. If you have to ask me if I showered and other basic life things, it'd just be too much.
And it's getting dim enough that I may as well turn my light on.
For sure, Cypher, it's his fault. I think one of the things is that he was hoping that something happens, maybe with Chantal and she comes back early, and then she can drive him for free. So he's waiting and waiting and waiting. I wonder how devious Peetz is. I wonder, in terms of like, he's waiting for Chantal to come back, but is he like really banking on it, or is just like whatever happens happens? Like, why did he procrastinate? He knew that she left October 31st, so buy your ticket then. But then again, she did tell her audience she's coming back at the end of November, and she didn't. So he should have bought his ticket maybe then. So much to this. So much. More bathroom water, exactly. Sasha said, Monty as a teen, I'd visit my great grandmother in a nursing home and I'd see this one guy who was in his 40s out of place. Makes sense now. Peace's future.
Not asexual. It's just haven't really had a chance. Anyway, I see that. So I saw that Donald Trump has gotten into the NFT market.
OMG.
So,
All right, of course, we got to do the Donald Trump talk, right? So here we go, Donald Trump talk. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Donald Trump talk. Let's go.
anyway, I see that. So I saw that Donald Trump has gotten into the NFT market.
That's non-fungible tokens,
Several months after the
by the way.
bottom fell out of that market. That's the thing that I find hilarious. Like, months after the bottom fell out of the NFT market, that's when Donald Trump strikes. Like,
He has
the
99.
time to get into NFTs was like 2 years ago.
Okay, Peetz is saying that just a few hours ago because Donald Trump reveals that there are $99 digital trading cards of himself. And he's saying the bottom fell out, but Donald Trump's digital trading card collection sold out in less than a day. You heard that right. It got sold out in less than a day. So if it sold out, how is that a negative? It's a positive for him. His NFT trading cards sold out.
They were always a grift. From the time they were introduced, they were a grift.
Welcome
they were
back,
a
Mary.
scam. They were like NFTs were a pyramid scheme right from the beginning.
Pete's missing the point 10 out of 10.
But if someone were going to decide to get involved in NFTs, 2 years ago would have been the time.
I mean, the NFT market was
Now?
heating up 2 years ago.
Hey, Frida. Like, hey, Jack. Like Trump benefits from the fact that he's got a bunch of that he's a cult leader with a bunch of people who will give him money for anything. Like it's just like he benefits from the fact that there's a bunch of idiots who will just spend money on it just because he put his name on it. But
True Cipher.
like it's another demonstration of how bad he actually is at business.
How is he bad at business if his stuff got sold out? I don't get this. A lot of people are saying that it's a stunt. Some people are saying it's a cash grab. But how is it bad if he made money from this? I don't get this.
Because it's like there is no market for NFTs anymore.
Then why is it sold out?
Celebrities are being taken to court for shilling NFTs because it became entirely too obvious that they are a scam.
All right, so CNET says that Donald Trump's NFT collection sells out, raising $4.45 million. So all 45,000 were sold out in 12 hours, and he raised 4.45 million off of this. Pete's Economics 101. I think he missed the ball, Pete's.
So it's just like
You missed it all, Pete's.
It's like when he got into the subprime mortgage market in like 2006. a year before that market collapsed, when people were already warning that the subprime market, subprime loans were going to collapse. What does it mean to paint a town red? I have no idea where that comes from, just saying. Sounds morbid. I think it's usually like just for like partying.
Pizzanomics, right?
Trump selling a book or something how to make. The only way, hey, Zombie Queen, literally the only way Trump knows how to make money is to put his name on something.
And
That's how
how
he
he
makes
makes
money.
yeah, that's
Is
how he makes money. He puts his name on stuff because when he was bankrupt, they were saying that his name was valuable. Just the name alone, putting his name on anything meant that increased that object's value.
literally the only way Trump knows how to make money is to put his name on something. That's how he makes money, is just from selling his name.
Smug level 8 out of 10.
Trump was efficient for fart. Snake Oil says one. Yep. He's a liar and a scammer and a con artist.
Right, astronaut cat.
He's always been a con artist. From the beginning, he was a con artist. He lied his way onto the Forbes 500 list the first year he got on there.
Here we go. Here we go again. It's Pete's politics hour. Pizza time.
Sucks.
Pizzanomics.
Can only hope that he'll be in prison someday. Never stood on his own 2 feet. No, absolutely hasn't. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He got tons of money from his father.
Yeah, anything else, Peetz?
And like I said, he's always been a liar. The first time he was featured on the Forbes 500, he lied his way onto it.
Where's this even coming from?
Can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That is actually Trump's. That does tend to be Trump's strategy. Just lie. Throw out such an overwhelming amount of straight up lies that people can't even counter them all.
He is obsessed with Trump.
Not true, Uncle Junior.
Trump's his baby daddy.
Here's the thing. Yes, politicians lie. They do not lie to the extent that Trump does.
Yeah,
His
they
lies are of a type and scale unseen in politics.
I'd beg to disagree.
Again, filling.
All of them lie about a lot of things. It depends on their positions and a lot of other nuances. But, politics is politics. It's cutthroat for a reason.
There's a difference.
Take care, Marie. Have a good one.
Most politicians and I should say traditionally, most politicians.
Astronaut Cat says, if only he could see the liar Chantal is. True. He talks shit about other people, but then Chantal blatantly lies, and I'm sure he knows, but he doesn't do anything about it.
There's a difference.
Nothing at all.
Most politicians and I should say traditionally, most politicians limited their lies. They would,
to rage
they
about.
would
Yeah.
be selective with the facts. If estimates showed a specific range of potential results for something they were proposing, they would obviously always choose the estimate that worked out best that put their policies in the best light and blah blah blah. They'd be selective with the fact. They would be.
Linda Lou says, coming from a clown who probably doesn't vote. Well, he didn't vote the last time. He didn't, and that was October.
They would omit information. And yeah, sometimes they would say something that was straight up false, but rarely would. Very few politicians would regularly say things that were straight up false. They always tried to be. They always tried to limit the actual lies.
I'd actually aggressively disagree with this. I think a lot of politicians lie. Peetz is just not aware of how other politicians somewhere in the world, all over the world, how much of lies they tell compared to, like, I don't know, the rest of politicians anywhere else. Like, politicians lie. That's it.
Lies of omission? Absolutely, they would do that.
Peetz just has a hard on for Donald Trump and Ye, and who else? Oh, Mehmet Oz and who else? Elon Musk.
As like just plain saying something that is straight up objectively false. Typically not very often. Trump says things that are just false.
Jordan
Just
Peterson, yes.
constantly.
Jordan Peterson, he
Always.
talks shit about. Peetz is very much.
If Trump says that the weather's beautiful, get out your umbrella.
Okay.
Like genuinely that bad.
Really?
Like literally, he's that bad a liar. If Trump says that it's a beautiful sunny day, then I hope you've got your umbrella because it's probably raining.
It's that bad, huh? Okay, gotcha.
And by the way, that's not an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure there actually was an occasion where he talked about how lovely the weather was, and literally it was raining.
I see.
Like, I think like it's like just one of those things where it's just like pathological.
Okay, Peetz.
Uncle Junior? I can look out the window, Uncle Junior. It's called being a pathological liar.
They do.
Except he wasn't joking. Except there's no indication that he was joking. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things where he is just an absolute pathological liar. He lies as easily as he breathes. Attendees? I would guess probably not. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, attendees, but I'm going to guess probably I don't agree with them. I probably don't agree with Trudeau bailing someone out.
But wait a second. Trudeau does bail
everything
out, though.
Again, it's like he entered office. Like his first fucking day of office, he lied about his inaugural crowd. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Peetz, yep. Uh-huh.
He lied about...
Okay, Peetz.
Unemployment rates. He lied about...
Mm-hmm.
He lied about signing bills that... Like, he lied about being responsible for policies that were passed before he was elected. He lied about... He lied about predictions of how a hurricane would travel.
And what else, Peetz?
Lolo? Most likely, Lolo, it's probably people you follow. Generally, whenever anyone follows me on Twitter, I check out their profile to see who they follow. If they follow a lot of people who spend a lot of time shit talking my friend,
Then he blocks you.
stuff.
That's what happens. Melanie says, yeah, he's like melatonin. And then he'll start yelling out of nowhere and wake you up. Yeah, it's like this 0 to 100 range. Wav Ultra says his roommate is also a pathological liar. She is. She is a pathological liar in many instances.
Not vegan, but this place near me does an incredible vegan bacon mac and cheese, and I just ordered a trough of it. Not a fair way to get blocked. I'm not a fair person. A mullet? No, Tendies, I'm not getting a mullet.
He's like an alarm clock.
Well, I literally just explained it, Lolo. It's almost certainly because of people that you follow. You're wrong, Mencius. Trump lies to a degree that is unusual for politics. That no politician, or that virtually no politicians actually lie to.
The glass is murky. It is.
Would I get a tattoo? No, willing. No tattoos. Not interested in tattoos. Mencius? Yes, and I disagree with Obama for that. I think that Obama was wrong to do that. I think that Obama's increase in deportations was a bad move. Like, it's not something that I don't agree with him.
But if you read the article, though, doesn't it say that there are nuances to why there was an increase in the age of Obama politics? Not that I want to get into politics, but seriously.
From a humanitarian standpoint, and even from a political standpoint, I think it was a shit move. Come Sleepy Joe didn't fix the water crisis in point. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard to get that shit fixed. It's weird how hard it's been to get. In fairness, it's not just Flint; it's nationwide.
For sure, Melly Belly.
Cockbrook, yeah, I'm totally okay with. I am totally okay with politics getting rid of the people who will not survive to see the results of their policies. People who won't live long enough to actually see the results of the policies they implement. All those fucking climate change denying assholes, they'll be dead before climate change starts killing everybody else.
It's already happening with adverse weather events all over the world. We're seeing adverse summer temperatures, storms. We're seeing adverse winter temperatures and storms.
If they want to start a war, they should have to do a one-on-one anime fist fight with the other country's leader. Canada did. Say what you will about Justin Trudeau. He did win that boxing match. Yo, he did win that boxing match. Thoughts on Nancy Pelosi being a millionaire? Fuck Pelosi, I hate her. Justin Trudeau could smack a bitch. Whatever our whatever your politics, on all that. Trudeau did win that boxing match that he was in.
They're talking about a boxing match in 2012. It was March 21st, 2012, where Justin Trudeau outclassed Patrick Brazeau in a boxing match. So there's videos, there's pictures, there's imagery where Trudeau was looking lean, but he was, he was packing the muscles, man. If you look at the pictures, just like, hey, he's lean, but he's defined. All the imagery is out there.
Prince William, don't give a shit. Trudeau's blackface. I think that the fact that Trudeau did blackface repeatedly as an adult shows alarmingly poor judgment that frankly leaves him, that frankly makes me not consider him genuinely qualified to be the leader of the country. Politicians should have their own kids up for a draft so if they start war, they actually have some skin in the game. Maybe.
And you know what? I think Peetz's ageist comments that was specifically towards the reactors, a couple of years ago. Well, not that long ago. It's more like 2 to 3 years ago. He said it, and he wanted them to die. He said a very ageist comment, and added on that he wanted them to die. Well, I can say a lot about him if I bring that up, right? Maybe you're not qualified to talk about things because you made that comment, Peetz.
Why does everyone hate Nancy Pelosi? I mean, for my part, it's because she's a fucking pure centrist establishment Democrat. More interested in the game than in real progressive politics. Don't be afraid to talk trash about your prime minister, maybe. Prime minister, but yeah. Nancy Pelosi became 100. Yeah, there is also, there's very strong evidence that Pelosi probably engaged in insider trading during her time as, not even a speaker, just during her time in politics. Thoughts on AOC? She's cool. I like AOC. Don't put her on a platform. No politician belongs on a platform, and I'm pretty sure AOC would be the first to admit that. New AC? Well, no.
All right, let me check this.
We have central air, Icky. We don't have an AC unit. We have central air. John McCain? Yeah. John McCain kind of sank his own reputation at times. Yeah, Doug Ford. Fuck Doug Ford. Doug Ford is awful.
Oh, here we go again.
What is U.S. politics? So part of it is just a left hangover from when I was a teenager. I was very interested in U.S. politics. Less so these days, frankly. But when I was a teenager, I was really interested in it. And some
doesn't seem like you're less interested, Peetz, because this is all you talk about.
Less so these days, frankly. But when I was a teenager, I was really interested in it. And some of that hung around.
Sure, Peetz.
Because U.S. politics was sort of exciting.
Oh, yeah?
Shit show. U.S. politics was a shit show train wreck. Canadian politics has traditionally been seen as more boring. Whether right or wrong, Canadian politics are generally seen as a little bit more boring. U.S. politics is an unending train wreck.
Is that how he sees the U.S.?
And people like to watch a train wreck. That's the other thing, though, Laura. The truth is, Canada has to pay attention to U.S. politics. Most countries have to pay attention to U.S. politics just because the sheer economic power of the U.S. and military power, the sheer power of the U.S. means that it has a major impact on the rest of the world.
Exactly.
But
and our trade in Canada is heavily tied with the US of A, so we really do need to pay a lot of attention. Hey, it ain't that. Welcome.
Canada in particular, we're right next to you. You're our biggest trading partner. We have to pay very close attention to U.S. politics.
Exactly.
Violent indigenous genocide doesn't. Absolutely, it doesn't, Frida. That's why I said. That's why I said perceived as boring. Obviously, there's a lot of about Canadian politics that's not boring, and the fact that the ongoing indigenous genocide is a serious problem, and it is ongoing. It's not like it's what is the difference between Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon? They're different games. When I was in school, we learned American and Canadian history and politics. I don't remember learning that much about American history and politics in school.
Thanks, Jack T.
From what I can recall, the focus was generally on Canada, but I think again it's one of those things where bits of US seeped in just because of the nature of the Canada-US relationship.
You think Peetz follows Hassan Piker, which is also Hassan Abbey, right? I've never watched Hassan's shows, so I wouldn't have any idea about what he says, but I heard he's controversial. I have not watched Hassan though.
Why did I become a politician? Yeah. I would not be a good politician. When did I become interested in US politics? Probably around maybe around like 2000. Probably right around 2000, because that was right around when I started watching Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, because I started watching I started watching the Daily Show at one point, and early on when Jon Stewart was first took over the Daily Show, it was still primarily, celebrity gossip type of thing. But he did shift it a lot towards politics. Like he really moved it towards being a political series show. Because I mean, growing up, I watched Letterman, I watched Conan. So there were a couple of late night shows that I did watch back then. Iron my shirt, never.
Manly's that no one cares.
440 something, 440-ish.
Exactly. Nobody cares, Peetz.
Right around 440, give or take a few. Sound like you got your political history from the Red Green Show. I mean, I did watch the Red Green Show. Red Green was never really political, though. God, I love Letterman. Yeah, Letterman was always good. Loved Conan. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed their shows. They were funny. And I mean, they talk a little bit about U.S. politics, but not very much. David Icke.
I remember the Red Green Show.
David Icke is an anti-Semitic piece of shit. But I like to work at carnivals.
John Oliver's great.
Probably not.
You love Conan? Mm-hmm.
Damn it, this guy. Getting expensive to live in Ontario. Very much so, Ziggy. Very much so. Like Jerry Springer. I watched Jerry Springer as well. I did watch Jerry Springer as well. Yeah, I think that's sort of what got me into U.S. politics was
Jerry Springer?
Ayaka. Is it?
No. Did he say it? No, he's not saying that. That Jerry Springer got him to U.S. politics, as in the Jerry Springer show. I mean, you gotta start
Maybe.
somewhere.
Very much so. Like Jerry Springer. I watched Jerry Springer as well. I did watch Jerry Springer as well. Yeah, I think that's sort of what got me into U.S. politics was
Is Jerry Springer?
Ayaka.
The Jerry Springer show. Jerry.
Is it?
Jerry.
Aika? That is Icky. Aika? All right. Aika then.
Jerry. Jerry.
Either way, anti-Semitic piece of shit. Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati. Yep. Ike? Oh, Ike? Huh. Well, fine. Whatever, however it's pronounced, fuck that dude. OAC. Melanie, as I recall,
Oh yeah, Steve.
I was in the year that it was discontinued.
Steve.
Icky is better. Yeah. As I recall, they did away with OAC. Like I was the first year that didn't have it, as I recall.
Okay, and he's not talking about AOC and saying OAC. OAC was grade 13. So we had grade 13 in Ontario. It was to prepare us for college slash university. So our province, which is like equivalent to a state, thought it would be best to have 5-year high school instead of 4 to prepare all the students for college slash university. But then they got rid of it in the early 2000s. So it was bullshit. It was OAC, which is Ontario Academic Credit. It was really annoying because then you would have everybody else has 4 years and you would have 5. Super
I believe grade 13, I was the
annoying.
first, like I was part of the first batch to not have grade 13, I think. That's a long time ago, though. No, man, with this guy. Nobody thought I was dead. It's just joking. Just joking because I wasn't, I missed the past couple days. I've been absent the past couple days. I was the last to have it. And I think I was the first not to have it. You didn't have, Melanie, you did not have community service, right? Like you didn't have the mandatory community service, I'm guessing, right?
Of course, Jeremy Kyle. I remember Jeremy Kyle's show. Staple.
Because I know that I was part of the first batch where 40 hours of community service was required to graduate. COVID? No, I didn't have COVID. I got the COVID vaccine. I got the booster.
You got the vaccine, everybody.
Did.
He's boring. Yeah.
Community service. Here's the thing. It's something that I agree with. Honestly, I agree with it in theory. I sure as shit didn't want to do it.
Yeah, Peetz is boring.
Do community service to graduate.
Yeah,
I lied. I lied on the form. I didn't actually do the community service. I just, I think I had my friend's mom. I think I used Chantel's mom to make shit up.
Really? OMG. Somebody clip this. Peetz is confessing he did not do his community service. Somebody pull.
Sign it to, yeah.
And he used
it. I was like, I bullshit. I didn't actually do it.
Okay, Peetz. Everybody, we've got dirt on Smee right here, right now. So if we need some more dirt, we got some dirt on Smee here that she falsified Peetz's form for him for the community service. Boom. There it is. He just confessed. We heard it straight from Peetz that it was Smee who did it. Let's hear this again.
I sure as shit didn't want to do it.
Chester, cheater.
Service to graduate. Yeah, I lied. I lied on the form.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually do the community service. I just, I think I had my friend's mom. I I think I use my I think I use Chantel's mom to like make shit up.
Liar.
Like sign it to yeah. So I was like, I bullshit. I didn't actually do it. But
Right, Melanie?
Brother Mentis, wary of people using anti-Semitic as a reason to dismiss someone, since that term is used to marginalize anyone who defends Palestine. True, Mencius, but in the case of David Icke, he actually is an anti-Semitic piece of shit.
All right. I think what I'm going to do right now is maybe I should go get something to eat. I mean, this is a good halfway point. Yep, it is. We've learned about Peetz cheating. And I gotta go get something to eat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it part one. I'll be back probably like 10:30, 11, and I'll schedule part two then, and then I'll call it a Saturday night. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Smash that like button. If you're gonna go to bed, well, good night. If you won't join me for part two, maybe you'll watch it another time. But if you are gonna join me, then I'll see you then. Why did he have community service? Because it was mandatory. They thought it would be best for uh, high school kids to have real world actual experience. So you had to volunteer somewhere for 40 hours. So that's what he had to do. It wasn't anything like with, criminality or anything like that. It was just he had to do it. But hey, thanks so much, everybody. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you in about an hour and a half. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.